What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Marvel Rivals, and I got a question for you guys, man. I want you to really think to yourself before you answer this. So far, since Season 2 has dropped, have y'all been playing just as much, about the same, or less as you remember in Season 0, Season 1, and Season 1.5? I want y'all to really think about that, right? Because it's kind of interesting that now I do believe the honeymoon phase for this game is truly over, right? And a lot of people aren't truly playing the game as though they used to. Now, if you were to go on Steam, right, they still probably have, I'm looking at it here on my phone, and it's currently at 115,000 playing in the last 20 minutes, right? Which isn't bad. Now, when you compare that to in the beginning, this is at least less than half of what it used to be, because it used to be, I would say, you would have got on and there was close to 300,000 up there at one point, especially in the Season 0 and, Season 1 and 1.5. Now, why is this happening? Why are we seeing a drop in numbers? And I mean, sometimes I've even been able to go onto Steam and see numbers of player counts as low as 64,000 players on at a time. Now, again, this fluctuates throughout the day, but it is one of those things where I have noticed that, during, but any games like that, no matter what time of day you are, depending on the time of day, will depend on the player count, right? But right now, I just went on my phone. I know I can't show you guys, but I will just go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Well, right now, it's 115,000, right? And some change. Now, in the beginning, it used to be much higher than this, and I think that this is because not only the honeymoon phase is over, but I feel now we are actually starting to feel one of the side effects, and this is a big side effect of them not doing the rank reset at Season 1.5. And that's the fact that either A, players have ranked fatigue, which is just playing in competitive in general and going through the grind in general. Or you have B, where you have the people that, since you didn't reset the ranks, a lot of players were able to achieve their rank goals within that time frame. So I have a friend, and he had a goal, just to hit GM, right? That was the goal. Before the rank reset, me and him were close there, but we actually, if they had reset it, both me and him wouldn't have made it. We would have got reset, and at the time, we even discussed this. And at the time, I told him, I was leaning more on the side of not resetting it, but that's because, I also have a job and didn't have the time, but he was on the side of resetting it. Well, since it didn't get reset, my man's was able to grind all the way to Celestial, and he did it on console. He is a console Celestial player. I'm going to try to get his screenshot for you guys to let you know that I'm not playing, that my man's is legit. And I'm going to let you know, now that I talked to him about playing ranked this season, even he himself has admitted that without the rank reset, you allowed a lot of players to get to a rank goal that they had set for themselves. So once you reach that goal initially, now when they actually did finally reset you, not only did he already reach his goal, but now the ranks are messed up because they're oversaturated. They're oversaturated with players who shouldn't be there because you gave them the extra time. So now that when he gets reset, he's still going to be playing with a lot of these people who shouldn't be actually in lobbies with him, just simply because they had enough time to grind near the end of the season or just entirely. Because without the rank reset, you could have reached all kinds of heights in your ranks. to be honest, I probably would have made it up there with him if I actually continued to play. Like, I didn't play as much during season 1.5, and it's because I got tired of dealing with players. You know, my experience in ranked was pretty bad. Now, the rank has been reset. Now, did I technically reach my goal? No, I didn't actually reach the goal rank that I wanted. So that doesn't really apply to me. But what does apply to me is the rank fatigue. And what I mean by this is I don't have the same patience or the same drive or motivation to continue to go and deal with teammates that make stupid decisions, that want to argue, that want to disconnect, that want to quit mid-game. They only know how to play one person. You know, all the little nuanced bullshit and dumb things you have to deal with on a regular basis in ranked. When this game first came out, the honeymoon phase covered a lot of this. It masked a lot of these problems for a lot of players because the game was new, so everyone was on it. But now that the game has been around and you didn't reset, you not only are going to have players like me that are just tired of dealing with the competitive in general, so we just don't play it as often. Like, I still get on and play competitive, don't get me wrong, but I don't play it nowhere near as often as I did. I don't take it nowhere near as seriously as I once did, just because, I mean, to me, it's not worth it anymore. Like, I don't feel like going through the grind. And now with the new system, on games that I flex and I'm forced to play healer, I'm at a disadvantage, opposed to when I can go out here and play DPS and pretty much guarantee me, you know, if we do lose, I'm losing the least amount of points. But if I end up playing healer and we lose, I'm losing a shit ton of points because healers the rank system doesn't favor them. So it's the fatigue and then the new system just doesn't really motivate a lot of players to play. So I think that's why we're kind of seeing the player count go down. And then not only that, you allow players to get to their goal, and now they have nothing to strive for. You know what I mean? There's nothing to strive for once you reach the mountaintop. Now I'm literally now just playing because I simply enjoy the game. But if I'm getting on the game and I still feel like, you know, I get on some days, and you can tell the days you get on and you basically just win. And then you get on and there's some games and you just L burner, L. Like, I'm not trying to, knock the game or say the game is bad. I don't feel the game has changed. Like, I don't feel it's bad, or even, the update with the rank changes. I feel they're going to fix that as far as balancing out each role being able to, fight for the amount of RP that they lose and gain. But at the end of the day, that first mistake in season 1.5 to not reset the rank is now really hurting a lot of players now, and we are starting to feel those side effects now. Because if you are grinding, right, I guarantee you're playing with players who probably shouldn't be there, and you have players' Smurf accounts that are also in there. So when these players, these high rank players are like, I'm tired of playing, they're coming to these Smurfs, and they're going to be playing with you while you're on your main. I don't know how many times that's happened to me playing solo. I'm playing, we start losing, someone asks them to switch, and the guy come on the mic and be like, this ain't even my main, I'm out here on the Smurf, I don't give a fuck, throwing the game. So all the little nuanced dumb things make it hard to continue to grind, especially since the honeymoon phase is over and patience is low for a lot of players. They're tired of the dumb shit. They're tired of dealing with ignorant teammates that think they know it all, and things of that nature. And then on the flip side of that, you allow too many players to reach their rank goal. That's why now they don't have the same drive or motivation to get on and play. For what? I've already reached it there. I mean, what do I get now from getting back there? You don't really gain anything from getting back there outside of just saying, hey, I make it every season. But once you make it once, I mean, especially with the amount of time and effort that it took to get there, because with these type of games, you got to put in a lot of time and effort, man. So I completely understand if you've made it high, like my homeboy that made it Celestial, and he don't even want to touch that shit right now, for real. So I 100% understand and agree with you, brother. But Down in them comments, man, let me know how y'all feel, man. Answer that question I had earlier. Are y'all playing more, about the same, or less than you did in season 0, 1, and 1.5, man? And also, is one of the 2 reasons I mentioned the reason why you aren't playing? And if they aren't, let me know why down in them comments, and let's get a discussion started, man. But I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of the gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Be right back.
Render me assistance.
Break the chaos. Now, a disappearance. Us against the world. Behind you. Hold still and try to help.
You're quite welcome. Remain steadfast. Nobody's offensive.
A nice deep freeze. When I said no more music, I meant you, Logan. The final 10 seconds. You stopped them in their tracks.
Get in there. Looking sharp.